Right. Good evening, all of you guys, all of you energized souls. Welcome to CASCP exam training. I can see happy faces. Mr. Madhu, the great safety professional, safety leader, and our old colleague. How are you, Madhu?
I'm doing good, Johar. Good to see you back and very much
Madhu, Hayan
energized.
Abed, Parvez Masih, Morris from UAE. It's a good badge, and some other people also on the way to join us. Hopefully, within next 2 3 days. All right. So, Parvez has just recently joined us. People, safety professionals, electrical safety leaders from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, India, and Pakistan are joining this wonderful batch. So today, what we're going to do today, we're going to discuss just introductory aspects. Today is introductory session. Um, and I'm going to take you through the basic concepts, basic ideas of this training, of this course. And with me, the faculty, Sayed Wasif, is also joining this introductory session. He's also talk about some basic ideas about this course. And from next Sunday, because there's one class each Sunday, duration 2 hours, 8 p.m. Saudi Arabia time, 9 p.m. UAE time. So it's a hybrid training, and some part is live, some part is recorded classes. So today we are here to introduce you. It's an introductory session of this great training. It's a wonderful certification that will surely supercharge your career. That will surely supercharge your career. Not too much certified people in the market. The demand is high. The arc flash problem is serious. And every company need to manage arc flash and other electrical hazards. So they need certified people. They need certified from NFPA. So we are here to help you to get that high demand certification. So this is a SafeCon Bureau of Inspection and Certification, US, New York-based training and inspection company. We have an office in New York. We are registered with New York State government, and we have been a market leader in certifications since 2012, especially US certifications. Like ASP CSP, we launched ASP CSP back in 2012. Then we launched NFPA CFPS, then CFI. These are our brands. These are our identities in market. And we are very passionately, sometimes people think we are custodian of these certifications. All right. So other than that, OSHA is our brand. OSHA is our entity. we have been regarded in market as a leader and innovative and trendsetter as well. So this is what we're going to start today as introductory session. This is a batch 2. We have batch 1 already passed out, and we have had hundreds of people to pass this great certification. And other than this, if we talk about certifications, so more than 20,000 professionals certified around the globe from our platform, more than 20,000, right? Around the world, including US, outside US. And we have been making difference since 2012, trusted brand in health and safety. That's why you're here. All right. And so this was all about SBIC US with the platform. This platform from this platform, you will be completing this exam training, and I will go through. I will take you to some other topics as well. Before that, I would like you guys to introduce yourself. This was the introduction of SBIC, the company, SafeCon Bureau of Inspection and Certification US Inc. And what about you? So we would like to know you guys. Please introduce yourself, your good name, what do you do, and why you are here, why you want to complete this training, what is in your mind. So please introduce yourself briefly, one by one. So let's start with Mr. Madhu.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all.
And while introducing yourself, can you please switch on your cam as well so that we can see you guys as well? So let's start with Mr. Madhu. Introduce.
Yes, this is Madhusudan. I'm from India. I have an experience in Middle East and in US also. Currently, I'm working for Rain Carbon, which is the...
Madhu, we cannot hear you.
Is it audible now?
Are you speaking?
Yes, I'm speaking. Is it audible now?
No, we cannot hear you.
Just a minute. I'll just connect through the...
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah, Mr. Madhu, you are audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Mr. Madhu is audible.
Thank you.
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear.
Yes, Mr. Salahuddin, I can hear you.
Let me check from here. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I've been working from last 22 years. Currently, I'm working for a company called Rain Carbon Limited. It is a manufacturing of and petroleum coke, especially for aluminum refineries. It supplies to across the world. In India, one of the biggest clients are Vedanta, Aditya Birla, Hindalco, Nalco, Dubalol, Himal, and in several parts of US also. And we have few facilities in Louisiana. So I've been visiting a couple of years to US for audits and all. And prior to this, I was working for an oil and gas drilling sector for Transocean, Noble Drilling, and British Gas. We have a common platforms between Reliance Industries and ONGC and British Gas. So Panna, Tapti, Mukta basins between in the Arabian Sea from Mumbai to Gujarat. I was working on platforms for a couple of years. And subsequent to that, I was working for a cross-country pipeline for Kane Energy in India, in Rajasthan, Badmer. And in tankage constructions, especially storage tankage, crude oil, cone roof tanks, floating deck tanks and all. And that was near Bogart terminal. That is the brief description. And I work for safety in India for not only safety, I take care of the fire and safety, electrical safety, logistic safety, environmental, sustainability, and fire. These are the four portfolios which I look into it. And I have a team of people working under me. So I'm looking forward to accelerate my career and expertise in more. So I wanted to have a better career in overseas apart from in India. because in overseas I didn't get a full-time opportunities. I was just going for a part-time as an auditor or something like that. I worked in Middle East also for a drilling company in construction at Hamariya Free Zone in Sharjah. So I was continuously traveling for the construction of rig, which I was working for Jindal Drilling. Jindal Pioneer was a rig which was semi-submersible fourth generation rig which we have constructed, and that is my huge experience for last 2
Excellent,
decades.
excellent, excellent. We are glad that you are here and you're such a nice old fellow with us. So, what are you looking for in this program? Are you going to attempt a CSCP exam?
Definitely, that could be an opportunity for me because, as you had said in your initial session, that there are very few people almost in the worldwide, almost 100 to 200 people are there only certified. So it gives me an immense opportunity for me to, go to this career also. Probably in India, there would be very few people certified with this, and if I catch hold of these certificates, my career would accelerate more. That is what I'm
Definitely,
looking for.
of course. That's gonna make a huge difference in your career for sure. And wish you good luck at all stages, Madhu.
Thank you, Johan.
This was Madhu from India, and now we have Parvez from Saudi Arabia. Mr. Parvez, can you please?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, good evening. Actually, I travel a lot. Now I'm working with myself, Parvez Masih. I am from Pakistan, Lahore, and I have 14-year experience, including UAE and Qatar. And now I am currently working in Saudi Arabia with Saudi Electricity. I have almost 10-year experience with Saudi Electricity, some of with contractor, and now I am working as a safety consultant with Saudi Electricity.
Very nice.
So,
Work for Saudi Electric's companies, SAC, which means that this training
that,
is absolutely relevant to you.
yeah, that's why almost from 1 year I was looking for how to get the NFPS at 70 certification like the CESCP. So, but anyway, I tried to continue search, and then I found that some YouTube from YouTube, and I found one video. Then I contact a SAPCON, one of our guy there.
Yeah,
So he guide me. Then just 2 day back,
yeah,
we had discussed, and then he told me, no, recently we are going to conduct our sessions. So I told them to I will attend. So it's a good for me, and I want to grow more in this, especially for electrical field as a
excellent,
safety
excellent,
consultant or like that.
excellent. Very, very nice. And wish you good luck, Parvez, at all stages of.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Uh,
much.
this will be a very good program for you. Okay, then we have Hayan Abed from, I think, from Pakistan. Yeah, Hayan, your Abed is your mic is off. Switch on your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Hayana Abid, and I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. And I'm working in SGS Pakistan as a senior electrical engineer and having a 5+ of experience. And basic aim of this training is that to boost my career. And as you already told you that there are very few trainers or certified inspectors are available which have an NPA 70 training. So I wish to complete this training.
Excellent,
So this is
excellent.
from my side.
Very nice. Pleased to meet you. We have a youthful, young electrical engineer in this training, Hayan. Wish you good luck. You look so much ambitious, and
Okay,
I
thank
wish
you.
you,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
I wish you good luck. Then we have Mr. Morris from UAE. Yeah, Morris, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Maurice Jumba.
Mhm.
My nationality. I have experience as well as training and studies in safety. I hold in the Bosch plus process safety. And then I also have certifications in electrical engineering. I have worked with projects and tough time projects in the UAE. And now currently I'm working with Zaid Mohammed Solar Park, the world's biggest renewable energy solar park. In different roles, one as a safety officer as well as a process safety officer. And now currently I'm into operations, system operations. So I'm in charge of the safety systems for solar field. That is my role now in the UAE. So I want to expand my career in obtaining my CSP certifications in electrical safety, because most of my areas of concern are dealing with electrical issues. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent, Mr. Morris. Pleased to meet you, and we wish you good luck that you gain a lot of skills from this program. And once you finish that, you would be able to successfully attempt your CSCP exam. Wish you good luck.
All right.
Yeah, now we move on to Tayyab, Muhammad Tayyab. Yeah, I think there's a problem in your mic. You can write down your intro in the chat box. No worries, we will get your intro. We'll get to know. So, okay, some more guys are also on the way. They would be able to join by next week. It's a big batch. And today we are basically just going to introduce you. We would like to give you a bird view, a preview of this program. Me and with me is the faculty of this program. Sayyid Wasif is also with me, I think.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, Sayyid Wasif is also here. So Wasif will also take you through some basic concepts of this program. So let's have a introduction of the faculty, main faculty head of this program, Sayyid Wasif Naseem.
Thank you, Mrs. Salahuddin, for giving me this opportunity. My name is Sayyid Wasim Naseem. I have around 13 years of experience and have worked in Pakistan and Saudi Arabia and UAE, and now currently working in UK with one of the utility industries here. I was few certified professionals, CSP certified professionals. I completed my CSP certification back in 2019 when it was not very known. And the challenge which I faced during my CSP journey was that you have to have this 40 hours of training as a prerequisite in order to apply for the CSP exam. So it took me around 2 years to complete this 40 hours of training from different sources, including trainings from different training providers, etc. And it costed me around roughly 5,000 Saudi Riyal or 6,000 Saudi Riyal at that time, because at that time I was working in Saudi Arabia with Saudi Electricity Company. So Parvez and I will be having a good time discussing challenges with SAC and other things. So it took me 2 years and it costed me around 4,000, 5,000, maybe more than that. I did not calculate it. And it was a very long journey to have this 40 hours under the belt, and then go for an exam of this CSP. I could not afford at that time to be very honest, for this exam, etc. So when I moved from Saudi Arabia to UAE to work for Dubai Electricity Company, then I was able to afford the exam and other. So just to give you this brief about this costing and the journey is to highlight that now from the platform of CEFCON, we are offering you this training at a price which is nothing,
Yeah.
and you are getting a 40 hours of electrical safety training and certificate in a one go. So it was really a challenge for me at that time, and since then I have helped around more than 100 or more than that people to get this training, CSP training from different platforms, from my own personal endeavors as well. And up till now, I'm the only one globally I can proudly say that who have held around more than 20 people passed their CSP exam up till now. So if you just go to the LinkedIn and try to filter the CSP people in Saudi Arabia, I think you will going to find around 7 to 8 people are certified. Out of them, 5 are from our platforms. And if you search globally, so there are only 300 people or 400 people certified globally who are CSP certified up till now. So out of them, 20 plus people are being certified through our platform, and inshallah, and there are more in the pipeline as well. So this is one of the certifications, CSP, and I am also an asset manager as well, certified asset management certifications and other certifications as well. So this is just a brief introduction about myself. So me and Mr. Salahuddin will be taking you people through this journey of 40 hours, and hopefully by the end of the training program, you people will going to find yourself comfortable and confident to take the CSP exam and pass it in one go. Up till now, out of 20 people which have a list who have passed the CSP exam, 22 people have attempted. As per my knowledge, 2 people have not been able to pass the exam in the first attempt, and 20 people have passed. So the ratio is more than 90 people have passed the exam in the first attempt. Right.
Excellent. Excellent. This is really energized to learn that more than 90% have already passed our students. And as you told in your talk that the price is just in peanuts. Price just to facilitate you guys, we have set the price for this badge is quite low. The standard price of this training is 1,200 USD. We charge that SBIC US from our US clients, US students, US professionals, 1,200 USD. And as we announced to our target audience, our students in Gulf, Middle East, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, that from the next batch, we are going to charge that much, around $1,200, because we are going to deliver for our US market, right? So in just, so you guys are very lucky in quite a very affordable price. You're going to complete this training, and you will be able to get the confidence, supercharge your career. You will energize your confidence. You will get the skills, and not just you will be able to attempt CSCP exam, because this is the prerequisite. This is the prerequisite. This 40 hours training, electrical safety training, this is a prerequisite. Once you complete the training, not only you would be able to attempt, you would be able to register with NFPA for CSCP exam, but on passing our assessment, SBIC US, you will get 2 certification in the same price, not additional cost, NFP 70E and Certified Electrical Safety Specialist. So even if you're not going to attempt CSCP exam, you will have NFP 70E and Certified Electrical Safety Specialist, both issued by SBIC US. And these will be verified at our SBIC US website as well with digital badge. So this training, this certification, and the eligibility has got huge value. Compared to what we are charging. So, as you know that there are very few certified people available in market. So the demand is high and supply is low. So this training will stand you out. This will make you stand out. Electrical professional, electrical safety professional, um, the people who understand the value, they are joining the badge, and some other people also joining the badge from the next class as well. So you guys are very lucky. So the structure of program, we will conduct almost 10 to 12 hours live, and rest you will receive self-paced in form of recorded classes, assignments, quizzes, and materials. You will get everything on the way to complete the journey. And as we told you earlier, that you would be able to tap opportunities in top companies, client companies, top companies. They are interested to hire CSCPs. Yeah, because this is awarded by NFPA. And once you finish your certification, your name will be included into the directory of NFPA, which they circulate on the website. Right. And regarding the faculty, as Wasif already introduced, that he is one of the very few CSCP in the market, and already trained a lot of guys to pass this exam. So highly experienced CSCP who is in the corporate sector already, who is already passing, who's helping people pass this certification. So you guys are lucky that from a reputed company platform, you are getting trained by the hands of a highly experienced CSCP. So this was the snapshot of previous badge, and this is the snapshot of certification. This will looks like this one, as you can see here. So as part of our introductory session, I would like to invite Wasif to take you through further topics of this introductory session.
Right. Thank you. Will you allow me to
Yeah, sure.
share my screen, please? Okay. So, right. Okay, I was just searching about how many CSP people right now are available globally. So as per LinkedIn, only 416 people are there. And if you want to further look how many people are available in different location, you can apply filters and can see only 7 people are with the title of NFP 70 or CSP are present in India. And with Pakistan, there are a lot now, approximately 10 people will be there, 11 are there, and most of them have been certified through our platform. And if you look into, we have Saudi Arabia and UAE. Just in Saudi Arabia, there are 7, and most have been CSP certified through our platform. And in UAE, you will going to find 4 to 5 people only certified till now. Yeah, so there are 5 people who are certified in UAE. So most of the people whom you will going to find CSP certified belongs to United States. Now people from Singapore and other are also have started to get this certification. Around 357 people out of 416 you will going to find CSP certified from US. Not very much from Canada. There is an equivalent certification which is being held in Canada. So Canadians are mostly going towards those certifications programs. So just to give you a highlight, he's one of the person who is Singapore, who is in Singapore, and he's CSP certified. So in last few months, I have received some queries from Singapore as well, and those Asian countries as well, where the CSP certification have started to get some attention as well. Any questions? Mr. Madhu, you are muted if you are asking something. Yes, Mr. Madhu, are you asking something? No, okay. Right. Am I audible and clear? Please confirm.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, that's great. So, just an introduction about myself. I have given an introduction. So, have different certifications in domain of asset management and electrical safety. Right. So, if you are an electrical and engineer, supervisor, electrician, asset manager, safety professional, safety consultant, risk manager, safety manager, you don't need to have a background in electrical engineering or electrical safety to be specific, to be so that you may be enrolled in this course. If you have any of this background, you can easily understand the concept of NFPA 70 and you can go for the CSP exam easily. One of my first few CSP certified person, he was not an electrical engineer. He was basically a chemical engineer working in YesRef in Yambo. He does not have a background in electrical safety or electrical engineering, but after taking the course, he was able to pass the CSP exam as well. So we have your introduction as well today. That's already done. So let's start with first case study, just to give you an highlight of what this course will talk about, why electrical safety is important. This case study is about one of the incident or hypothetical incident which have happened in one of the industries, but how it impacts. Electrical incidents not only impact the person who have got some serious injuries, wounds, or you've not been able to survive that incident, but it has a huge cost on the employer as well. In addition to the cost, nowadays, because of the media, if it's highlight, it also impact the company image, which have which losses and that amount of loss might not be directly calculated. That might have a very huge loss, and the competitors are always there to take advantages of these incidents, and can cash those opportunities. So having said this, electrical if we talk about electrical incidents in industry, and if we talk about and if we talk to people who are safety professional and who have done certification like ASP, CSP, NEBOSH, and other safety, if you talk about electrical safety, so they and electrical hazard, so they will be only talking, or most of them will be only talking about shock hazard. The arc flash hazard is still, an arc glass hazard is still not very much understood in the industries and also by professionals. That's why knowledge in the industry is lacking, and there is less amount of work or the precautions or the processes and the procedures have been developed to counter those type of the hazard as well. But if these incidents happens in industries, the employer cannot take the exit route by saying that I was not aware of this hazard, because now this hazard need to be known by the employer, because it is documented. There is a standard which is NFPA 70 2021 edition, 24 edition is around the corner. So now it is documented. So it's a responsibility of every employer to apply those best practices which are mentioned in the 70 standard, and to safeguard their employees. Right. So just to kick a start with this course, just go through this first case study and provide your input, that what actually went wrong and how this incident could have been prevented, and what NFPA 70E actually talks about that how these type of the incidents can be prevented in any type of the industries in which we are working. Right. So anyone who has went through this case study want to shed highlight, or just take 2 minutes and then we can discuss this. Okay. My camera is off. Right. We could just take 2 minutes to have a go through of this case study, and then please provide your input. What went wrong and how this incident could have been prevented, and what you think NFPA would have been suggesting to how this incident could have been prevented if the requirements of NFPA 70 was followed. Right. So let's start with this case study. Electrical contractor fined for around $211K $1,000 following injuries to 2 workers. Electrical contractor was cited for willful and serious violation following on August 2000 XX flash incidents. 2 workers who were installing fuses in main electrical services were seriously burned when an uninsulated tool made contact with energized parts within the enclosure, resulting in the arc flash. The industrial compliance officer determined that there was lack of justification for performing the work in an energized state, and that the decision to work energized was made by the management after being informed by host employer of the hazards. Additionally, there was inadequate training for workers exposed to electrical hazards and failure to provide electrical protective equipment to protect workers from an arc flash hazard and electrical current. As a result of these conditions, electrical contractor was issued willful citation totaling 200,000 in fines. Compliance officer also issued the contractor 2 serious citations with 11,000 in fines for additional electrical hazards posed by damaged extension cord that was missing the equipment grounding pin and was not protected by GFCI type device. The contractor also failed to adequately barricade the area to prevent unqualified person from entering the work area. So this case study have been referenced from NFPA 70 handbook. So anyone who can voluntarily volunteer himself to highlight some of the points which would basically lead towards this incident. Yes, Mr. Modi.
Yes, the first observation I can see here is that the tools that he has used, the worker has used, or the contractor provided was uninsulated tool. Okay. The other thing is that these 2 workers were directly working on, either it could be arc flash is coming, means definitely it could be on a 440 volts. And these people were not even provided this arc flash suits. Either it could be 8 cal, 12 cal, or 24 cal, or 40 cal.
Yeah.
So neither of these protections were been given, and as a result of this, these non-contact testers were also been not provided. And if the non-tested testers would have been provided, probably they would have checked the whether the insulated tools are in functioning or not, and whether the circuit is energized or de-energized was not been justified properly while performing this work on the these electrical equipments, and these all have resulted to a arc flash hazard basically. That is the basic information, and apart from that, the equipment is not grounded and is not protected with either ELCB or RCCB or GFCI type of device. If there would have been any control on that end, probably that isolator might have been tripped and the arc would not have been generated.
Okay.
That is what is my understanding. And finally is that the workers who have been deployed for that job are untrained or unqualified.
Yeah, that's a very important point you have mentioned, untrained or unqualified. We will discuss those points. Thank you, Mr. Madhu,
Thank you.
for your input. Yes, anyone else who want to provide his input, insight other than what is being shared? Right. So let's have a deep dive into this case study. What actually went wrong? First of all, what we have to remember for any exam question, or if we are trying to understand the NFP 70 and OSHA, just remember that these two, NFP 70E is the standard or best practice, OSHA is a law. Both basically discourages working on the live system. Both are not there to support live work. So the term which is being used in NFP 70E is basically known as work on the system after establishing an electrically safe work condition. So what is this term means, that we will going to further discuss. Just to give you an heads up, an electrically safe work condition is not only switching off the system, but the term which is when we say that this system, this equipment, this conductor, or this whole equipment have been put into an electrically safe work condition, that actually means that we have isolated it from all the energy sources. We have verified for the absence of voltage. We have grounded and short and grounded as well. So there are 7 to 8 steps which need to be followed. After that, an equipment will considered into to be in an electrically safe work condition. Otherwise, it will be considered as energized, even we have put off or we have only switched it off. So in this case study, the main important point is that there was a lack of justification for performing the work in an energized state. So 70 does not by default allows you to perform work on the energized state. There is an exceptions category which are covered in article 110.4, which needs to be followed if you want to justify that you if you are basically justifying to perform work on the live state. Otherwise, we cannot justify that we need to work on the live state, because establishing an electrically safe work condition will going to cost us a huge loss in terms of production. It's not feasible to take the shutdown right now due to X, Y, and Z reason, etc. and etc. So those justification need to be aligned with the article 110.4 exemptions criteria. Otherwise, those justifications are not acceptable. So first thing is that there was lack of justification of performing the work in the energized state, and the decision to work energized was made by the management. Here the management is referring towards the contractor side management, not the management of the client side. After being informed by the host employer of the hazard. Additionally, there was inadequate training for workers exposed to electrical hazards and failure to provide electrical protective equipment to protect workers from arc flash hazard. There is also a misconception in the industry that arc flash hazard only, or the arc flash only occurs at the high voltage level. No, it's a myth. It's not very well understood. Arc flash hazard can occur if we are working above 50 volts only. So as per NFPA 70, 50 volt is basically the threshold in which we are basically deciding whether the electrical hazard is available or not. So when we talk about electrical hazard, it will going to cover both type of the hazard, whether the shock hazard and arc flash hazard exist or not. At the 50 volts, we need to see whether the current carrying have enough capacity to inject enough amount of current to cause an arc flash or not. So that is another thing which we need to see. So the misconception is that 400 volts and below, the chances of arc flash are not there. This is wrong. The arc flash can occur at voltages less than 400 or even 120 volt as well. So it depends on how much fault current is there in the system, and what will be the incident energy there in when there will any incident will going to happen. So he was only removing some fuses. So maybe they were considering that, because they were not trained, so they might be thinking that at this voltage level our flash might not be present, so we can perform those particular tasks. On the other hand, the compliance officer also saw that there was damaged extension cord and the GFCI was not missing. So this incident basically occurred in some electrical panel. So GFCI is not there for protection of circuits. We have overcurrent protection relays. We have so those overcurrent protections or short circuit protections are there to protect equipments or enclosure. GFCI is their ground circuit interrupter is a device which is basically there to protect human beings. So this GFCI is for lower level of the current. So it won't be protecting you against an arc flash. GFCI is there to protect you mostly against an electric shock hazard. Right. So if we look into things, what are suggested by NFPA 70, if those have been followed, this incident would have been prevented. Like 70E always talk about creating an electrically safe work condition before performing any task. So if this task would have been performed after establishing an electrically safe work condition, so other things which they did wrong, like usage of insulated tools or XYZ, which they did, this incident still could have been prevented. But first thing was that to establish an electrically safe work condition. If the task has been performed on the live state, it need to be justified. So why the task was not justified as per Article 110.4. Contractor and host employer meeting. This is one of the things which we will going to study in the standard, that before starting off any task, the host employer need to set up a meeting with the contractor employer or employee to make them realize of the hazards which are in their facility or those hazards which might be present there during the course of work which they are performing, or any hazard which is associated with the equipment itself. Authorized, justified, energized work process. This 70 talks about that if you are performing any work on the live system, that need to be authorized and justified as well. So authorization is not by the person who is performing the task. Authorization will be one level or two level up, who will be basically giving them go ahead to perform that particular task. Then process for identification for training requirements for qualified and unqualified person. This is also one of the requirement, that you should have a process in place to identify what type of the trainings are required to be given to qualified and unqualified person who are working in the environment where the electrical hazards are present. Improper selection of tools and test instruments. Company cultures and values. It could be one of the reasons for this particular incident. Maybe the contractor have many jobs in hands and they want to perform those tasks quickly. That's why they did not bother to establish an electrically safe work condition, because it might take more time to establish an electrically safe work condition than to perform the job on the live. Inadequate training for worker exposed to electrical hazard, failure to provide electrical protective equipment to protect workers from arc flash and electric current. So if the incident energy was rightly calculated and the personal protective equipment was provided to the worker, this incident would not have been prevented, but the amount of damage it caused to the employee who was performing the task, then that could have been minimized. Another damage extension cords were used. GFCI were not available, and the area was not barricaded to prevent any other people who might have been injured during this course of incident. So as we move on, those type of the things we will going to study. We will be talking about your experiences and how those incidents and those things which you are facing in your industries could have been prevented, and where those are covered in 70E. So as per your experience, how relevant you have found this case studies, whether these type of incidents you have seen in which the people are not following the rules and regulation and the process, and if this requirements of 70 would have been followed, this incident could have been prevented. So any thoughts on this one?
Yes, regarding this type of incident we had with one of our facilities at 440 volts switchyard. I mean, not the switchyard, the control panel. Basically, in the early hours, in one of our facilities, what we have is that we have a fine carbon. Basically, this
Okay.
carbon settles basically into the control panels, and it is a very, very fine, I mean, talcum powder type of thing. Though the enclosures are very healthy and there is a very proper ventilation, HVAC systems are working also, but our electrician, we didn't have this arc flash suit or anything. It was his routine job, and he tried to, we make one trial runs actually while installing any motor or a pump. So before the rotation direction of the pump, we just take a permit and we sideline the permit. I mean, we make an isolation, basically electrical isolation loco. But what happens is that when we are casing that pump and the motor, we just have a trial run. So for that time, what the electrician takes the risk is that he basically switches on, gives the power again to see the rotation of the motor before his final alignment. So that time when our electrician was about to reach that isolator breaker, he was about to isolate. So what happened is that the some fine powder has already been settled, which is not disabled to, I mean, which is not clear to him, or it is not appearing to him. But once he has just tried to isolate, the internal contacts started necking inside, and R plus has come, and probably he had a mask and a basic PPs were there, goggles, face shields, and everything. He didn't have that major incident, but basically facial burns and hand burns happened. Later on, when we cross-examined that isolator, we found that MCB inside that copper beads got melted to that temperature, where it turned into small balls. And what we found is that there's a lot of carbon dust accumulated, which is not hidden to us. And we concluded that this could be the result of the failure of implementing this NFPA 70E. So immediately we procured this arc flash suit with the case study, with the advisors. We purchased around 20 cal arc flash from Salisbury. And now at any point of time, our electrical team are given a full-fledged training that only the shift electrician should go and ensure that he is wearing all these arc flash suit and a shield and everything. Then only he has to go and do this type of isolation.
Thank you, Mr. Madhu, for sharing this experience with us. So what about the process? Have you changed the process of working on the live system, or you are now okay that the electrician is wearing an arc flash suit of 20 cals? I don't know whether the incident energy have been calculated for the system to identify whether the 20 cals is there or not, or maybe more than that.
That part we haven't had a very clear information on that, but our electrical team had fed on that, and still the process of doing this trial runs is continuing. But what we are doing at this point of time is that every frequently we are just ensuring that there is a lot of cleaning. The finders are being regularly cleaned, isolations, power isolations. Each and every control panel is getting completed de-energized, then cleaning part.
Okay.
And we are keeping this this asbestos, not the asbestos, this sheeting which is there, so that the phase when the guy is just in connect, he should have a non-contact testers which we procured from US. The non-contact tester is something, when we use a tester, definitely our finger, one end of the finger, index finger would connect. But we had eliminated that also. We had introduced non-contact testers. With those non-contact testers which we had implemented, fortunately not in a single incident happened. Though the procedure is same, because when you are installing an equipment of very heavy motor, definitely the rotation should be verified prior to its final connections.
Yes.
So this risk has been taken, but we are evaluated, but we had reduced the risk. That's what we are able to do at this point of time.
Great. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Madhu.
You're welcome.
Yes. Any other participants wants to contribute to the discussion? Or you can put in chat whether you have found this case study relevant as per your experience or not. Right, thank you. Okay, do we have? Right. So moving towards the exam format, and then I will be handing over to Mr. Salahuddin for further explanation how the sessions will be run from onwards. So what's the exam format? The exam is based on NFPA 70 2021 still. It is based on 2021. There is a new standard is around the market, NFPA 70 2024. So every 3 years, the standard is being revised, not with that much changes, around 5 to 10% changes happened in the standard. So the main concept and the basic concept remains same. 70E is in the market, I think, since 1985 or exact some I don't exactly remember the date, but it is in one of my slides. So up till now, this standard have been revised for 11 times approximately. So it is in its mature state. So the concepts are not changing that much. Only the additions and of new things, or the expansion of the horizon of this standard is being there, and alignment within the standards are happening. So when we move from 2018 to 2021, not much change happened in terms of concept, but the alignment of one article from one place to another place, just to make it more streamlined with the concept, with the priorities. Those things happened in the standard, and few annexures were added to the standard. So hopefully with 2024 edition, there might be some new annexures are being added, maybe related to safety by design or etc. But not that much change of the concept of the standard, like 50 volts is the threshold above which you have to establish an electric saver condition to perform the job, or the concept of the limited approach boundary, restricted approach boundary, R-flash boundary. Those concepts might not be changed in the new standard. So exam, if you are preparing for exam in 2023, still the standard will remain same of 2021. Handbook is there to provide you more knowledge and in-depth explanation of the concept which are covered in the standard. So in the standard, you will be finding things which are a bit dry, need explanation. In handbook, there will be further explanation to the texts which are covered in the standard. So standard is around 100 pages. Handbook will be around 300 or 400 pages. But we have designed this training program in such a way that the main concepts and the explanation we have taken from the handbook and have put it in our training videos and slides. So you might not need to purchase the handbook separately just to clarify your concept. So if you have any doubt or anything, there will be an opportunity to discuss with me directly. I've been able to answer the question. If I'm not, I will be going back and clarifying those kinds of concept and will be coming back to you people as well. So just to cut the long story short, the exam is still based on NFPA 70 2021 edition, which is available on the NFPA website. You can purchase the book standard online. If you want to read online link, you don't need a PDF. There is a link, nfpa.org/link, which is around $9.9 per month. After paying this $9 per month, you can access all the standards, NFPA standards, in the online version. You cannot download it. You might not you might not be able to have a PDF copy, but you can online read all these standards, not only 70E, but NFPA 70, NFPA 70B, and any standard related to fire and other things. So this edition of NFPA 70E standard for the electrical safety in the workplace was prepared by the Technical Committee on Electrical Safety in the Workplace and released by Correlating Committee on National Electric Code. This edition of NFPA 70 was approved as an American national standard on June 21, 2020. And it was released for 2021. Right, so exam will going to cover 5 major domain or areas. First will be an electrical safety program, which will be around 30%. So it will going to test our understanding about the NFPA 70E standard as a whole. So what is the scope? What is the purpose of NFPA 70? What are the main principles principles and the component of the electrical safety program if you want to develop an electrical safety program for your own organization. It will going to talk about applying the hierarchy of risk control, documentations requirement related to training, related to electrical safety program, audit requirement and others. Maintenance requirement. This maintenance requirement is covered in chapter number 2 of the standard. A and B are from chapter number 1. D is related to the employer responsibility and employee responsibility. E is other party responsibility. So domain number 1 will be mostly from chapter number 1 and few things from chapter number 2. Domain number 2, which is electrical safety related work practices, 30%. This complete domain is from chapter number 1 of the standard. Chapter number 1 of the standard will going to cover around 90% of your exam content. Only 2 to 3% will be covered from chapter number 2, and around 8 to 10% from chapter number 3. So chapter number 1 is the core, is the main from the exam point of view. So it will going to talk about the electrical safety related work practices, and those part we will going to cover in our modules. Domain number 3, electrical safe work conditions. Again, this is from chapter number 1, 25%. So in exam, you will be having around 110 questions. So just imagine 30% of 110 for domain number 1. Again, 30% for domain number 2, 25% for domain number 3, and work involving electrical hazard, 5%. So this approximately is around 90% of the exam content will be from chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. And if I include in those 90% chapter number 2, so the chapter number 2 will be around 4 or 5% maximum. So around 85% of the exam you will be finding from chapter number 1. So that is the importance of the chapter number 1 for the exam point of view. And the last domain will be from safety requirements for special equipment. So in special equipment, it will cover electrolytic cells, batteries and battery rooms, lasers, power electronic equipment, research and development laboratories, and capacitors. So around 10% of questions you might be facing in exam from chapter number 3. Having said this, we cannot underestimate any domain. So in order to pass the CSP exam, you have to score more than approximately, because it is not written anywhere in the CSP handbook, but approximately you have to score more than 70% in all the domains in order to pass your exam. So this is basically I have drawn from a number of the past reports which I got from my students, as well as when I appeared in exam 3 of around 5 years back. So you have to score more than 70% in each domain to pass the exam. So if in any domain your score is less than 70%, you will be not passed. So this is one of the exam report of Mayur Gupta. This is from Umair bin Karim. So in one domain, it seems that his result is less, but it's still in this bar, it's more than 70%. So if you are scoring 50%, if you are scoring 60% in one domain, you are still not pass. So in order to pass your exam, you have to score more than 70% in each domain. So up till now, globally, I have trained more than 100 people, and out of those, these are few people who have been certified, and still more have certified. I just need to update this record for myself. So people from US, people from Singapore, from Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, UAE, India have also passed the CSP exam. Right. If you look into the standard itself, so the standard comprises of 3 chapters: chapter number 1, chapter number 2, and chapter number 3. Chapter number 1 is safety related work practices, which will going to cover around 85% of your exam. Safety related maintenance requirement will going to cover around 5% roughly, and safety related requirements for special equipment will going to cover around 10% of your exam content. Informative annexures are not part of the requirements. So if you want to apply an FPA 70 in your organization, you have to fulfill the shell requirements which are covered in chapter number 1, 2, and 3. So basically, shell requirements are those mandatory requirements which you have to apply in your organization. In annexure, in informative annexure, you won't be finding single statement with shell. So informative annexures are not the requirements, or are not the part of the requirement that you have to apply this one, but these are there for further explanation to the topics and information which are covered in chapter number 1, 2, and 3. So these are further when Mr. Salahuddin will going to share with you people the documents and information, you will going to find that these contents are there. So the main standard, if we talk about, is only 53 pages. Okay, from where the exam will be covered, or if you want to apply 70 in your organization. So these are, so all the shell statements which are covered in the standard, those need to be applied in your organization. The informative annexure, which will cover half of the remaining standard, 107 pages complete, or 50 pages more. Those are not the mandatory requirement, but those are basically the further information or explanation to the concept which are covered in chapter number 1, 2, and 3. Right. Yes. Any questions up till now, or any confusion? Yes. Please feel free to ask. Yeah. So yeah. Yes, Mr. Mohan.
Yeah, all these contents would cover all those 5 examination pattern.
Yeah, the training content will going to cover the complete exam 5 to
Okay.
6.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Salahuddin.
Yeah, thank you very much. Highly captivating presentation, information by Syed Wasif Naseem, who is the head faculty of this program, and he will be delivering all these sessions starting next Sunday. We're going to start from next Sunday. This was the introductory session, and we will have some more candidates also on board from next Sunday. Same time, same channel. Do you guys have any question? Any question? You guys are welcome.
Yes, sir. I mean, regarding this 40 hours session, every day the session will happen or every alternative days? Is there any schedule?
No, this is just on weekends, of Sunday. If we feel we can add one more day, it depends on your availability and trainer's availability as well. So what we have is scheduled on Sunday only, once in a week, 2 hours. So if we feel suitable, so this is something that we can talk to your trainer on in the next class. If you think we can add one more class in the weekends, but basically these are weekend classes, not daily classes.
Okay. Just
All
wanted to
right?
confirm. Just wanted to
Yeah.
confirm that. That's it. Thank you.
No, very right, perfect. Whatever is coming in your mind, you're free to ask your questions. And basically, we have designed structured this as a hybrid. Some part live, some part you will get the self-paced training. And besides that, you will receive complete training materials such as assignments, quizzes, mock test, and other training materials. So we're going to share everything you need to pass this exam. Everything. All right. So that can give you confidence. This course will develop you, will develop your career, will develop your skill set, will develop your confidence, everything you're looking for to take out from this, take away from this course, you will get it confidently. All right. So, what are your views about today's introductory class, which was presented by Syed Wasif? Is good. Any comment, feedback regarding today's introductory session?
Yes, regarding
Enjoy.
this session, it's very interesting and it's very clear, crystal clear. And I mean, what is the information that has to be reached has been very crystal clearly explained. That is what is required. To the point, the entire content is completely entering to our because I started this session as a fresh. I mean, without any information, I started. So I feel
Excellent.
that okay, if we have to listen from the stage one as a primary student, then the entire session gets very clarified. And
Excellent.
one other question, Salaluddin, it means 40 hours means it takes almost to 5 months. Means 20 each 2 hours means almost to
No,
5 months it takes.
no. Hybrid
How
means some parts live, some part you will get the recording, right? So
okay.
basically, principally, we have designed like if we take one class in a week. Wasif, would you like to comment on that?
Yeah. So in advance, we will be sharing with you people all the recordings. So you people have the opportunity to go through the recordings early. And in the following classes, we can discuss about any questions or any queries which you have or the concept which you have not been able to pick up from those recorded lectures. In parallel to the design program which I will be delivering. So in for example, in the coming session, if Mr. Salahuddin have shared with you people the already recorded lectures, you people have the opportunity to go have a self-paced, have gone through it. If you have any question, any queries, we can discuss on weekly meetups.
Got it. Got it. I am very clear now. Exactly.
Excellent. We are glad that you find it useful, and this will further elevate your confidence when you continue journey with us. Hayan says, yeah, it's good and very informative. The feedback, it's really gave an insight to what's coming ahead. It was very comprehensive and to the point, and will be the great. Parvez Masi, want to say something? Yeah, Parvez, go ahead.
You are muted, Parvez. Or I'm not being able to hear you.
No, it's okay. You can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay. Regarding how many hours we will take every session, means every weekend.
So the course is designed in such a way that you will be having a complete recorded lectures ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can go through as a self-paced course, and every weekend we will be having 2 hours or approximate
2 hours.
just to
Okay, okay. Right.
clarify the concept and to have additional insight in, or for example, if you have any further questions, or if you are facing any challenge in your industry, if you bring that case to the class, we will try to discuss and try to give a solution to those issues.
So, sir, also my concern is regarding this NFPS 7021 book. If you will provide the book in PDF, it will not be better. So we will we can clear our concept more clear.
Yeah, that will be included as a part of the course material.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, Parvez, you will get it in PDF, NFP
Yeah, yeah.
70. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
And
Sir, can I leave? The people are waiting for dinner.
yeah, just one thing I want to say.
Okay.
Just last point of us
Yes.
before we leave. We are going to conclude that within a few days, within next few days, you guys, all registered candidates, you're going to receive recorded classes of self-paced version of this course, which is almost 30 32 hours. So you just go through that, and every week for 2 hours, we'll have a meetup, live classes. Uh, Not 30, we will give you 40 hours complete self-paced course. Just go through that, and every week, 2 hours for live meetup to get your questions, to discuss all that, and that part which we have to deliver live. So this is kind of hybrid training. You will receive a recording first, and then have a weekly meetup of 2 hours with our trainer. So in this way, we have structured this, and that live hopefully to continue for between 10 to 12 hours. If we think that you need some more polishing, so we can have some more classes of depends. We will discuss on that. All right. So it's a great class today, energized class. Wish you good luck, all of you guys who are here to make a difference in your life and career. Wish you good luck and a great luck in your career. On behalf of SBIC, SafeCon, Bureau of Inspection Certification USA Inc., everyone have a great luck in your career. Thank you very much, and see you. See you next week. Good night, and take care, and have a safe night.